Yo, what is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we're going to be building the best lineup possible in NBA 2K23 MyTEAM, regardless of how you get the cards, anything like that. This is the best team that you could possibly, in theory, have in this game right now. Before we hop into the video, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 12,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day, and I would really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. With that being said, without further ado, let's hop right into it. Starting point guard is the same starting point guard who's been the best point guard in the game for a while, and that's Nikola Jokic, a 6'11 point guard with elite all-around stats and badges, but also an amazing release and great animation. Super complete on the badges. Really the only area he's kind of slightly lacking badge-wise is defensively, but even then, not really. Stats are incredible all the way around, and then he's got an elite level release, a top-tier release in the game. With his size, having this good of a release, as well as the fact that his movement is also really good. Step size up, wall escape, the lid behind the back, quick drops, and front clutches. I don't think it's really all that close, to be completely honest. Best point guard in the game right now. Like, Ben Simmons is good, Luka is good. There are some other really good point guards in the game, but Jokic is the only one with elite level size and incredible animations, and he is, in my opinion, the best point guard in the game by honestly a decent chunk. Starting two, Tracy McGrady, also in my opinion the best shooting guard in the game. You could argue a couple other guys, but I think T-Mac is the best. 6'8 with 7'2 wingspan, hot spots from everywhere, near perfect stats and badges, and then the KPJ base Oscar up run very quick, which I think is the best single release in the game right now. Couple that with elite SIGs, T-Mac size up, Curry escape, lid behind the back, as well as a few other really good animations, front clutch dunks, and overall just amazing ability again as a card. I think T-Mac is like probably, he might be the best shooting guard in the game for the rest of the year. I guess we'll have to see. The only way I feel like he's going to get topped is by an invincible out of position card or something along those lines, because he is again absolutely incredible. Starting three, I personally think Chet Holmgren's the best point guard, best shooting guard, small forward in the game, because I love his release. I think he's really, really good defensively as well. Defensive stats are 97, 95, 96, 95, 98 in all the key spots. Again, super complete stat and badge wise, 95 speed and excel, 97 shot three, 95 standing and driving dunk. I mean, literally with a good coach boost, he's pretty close to an invincible card stat wise, and then badge isn't really missing anything important either. This PJ Tucker base, Chet Holmgren upper on very quick as well, is really, really good. I think it's a much better release than well, not much better, but I think it's a better release than Bol Bol, which is why I give him the main edge there. Sigs wise, again, really good, and then quick drops off one. Just again, a 7'1" power forward or small forward. He's in this situation a small forward, so he's got exceptional size, incredible animations, and near invincible stats and badges. In my opinion, the best small forward in the game. At the 4, going with Manute Bol. If you're going to build the best team in the game, you might as well cheese, and putting Manute at the 4 is the cheesiest thing you can possibly do. A 7'7" power forward with an 8'5" wingspan, hot spots from everywhere. Really great stats for a guy with that type of size. 83 speed and excel, 88 shot three, 95 standing and driving dunk, insane interior defense. Again, incredibly complete stat and badge wise as well, especially for a card like this with this type of size. But then the animations are crazy too. He's got an exceptional release, which is why does a guy this big have this good of a release? Actually moves semi-decent as well. He is the best card in the game, and it's honestly not that close right now. Manute might be the best card in the game for the rest of the year. The only way that I see a card being better than Manute is if we get an invincible Yao or an invincible Taco and they have improved animations. That's about the only way that we're going to get somebody better than Manute this year. That's how good this Manute Bol card really is in my team, and I do think it's going to be pretty damn tough, to be completely honest, to be better than him. And I mean, yeah, he's an exceptional card, definitely the best power forward in the game. And then at the center position, I'm actually going Rick Smits. This one was a little bit tougher for me, I will say. I feel like you could go Yao or Rick Smits at the starting center. I like Smits' release, and even though he is 2 inches shorter, he's just as fast, and he's honestly just as good of a shooter, with a couple of added badges like Deadeye, Guard Up, Limitless Range, Agent 3. You can also add handles for days to him with the playmaking badges if you'd like. He's an exceptional defender, elite level rebounder, still 7'4", so still a giant, and still has an amazing player build, but I do prefer his release. His KCP base is one of the best bases in the game. Dario Saric upper is also really, really good. He is an absolute beast, and definitely deserves a lot of credit for how good of a card he is, but I don't know. He's not quite as big as Yao. I just think he's slightly better because I like his release a little bit more. He's got quick drops as well. I'm giving him the edge over Yao as the starting center on this team, and that is the way I'm going to do it for today's video. Backup point guard. This is the toughest position, or one of the toughest positions. You could go Luka or you could go Ben. It really depends on what you want. I go Luka because I like the 3-hunting ability. Ben gives you more size, a lot less shooting, but more defense and size and slashing. Hot spots from everywhere, 30 hops. You got Bully, Limitless, Takeoff, Posterizer, elite shooting and playmaking badges, Anchor, Clamps, Glove, and Menace. Still very capable defensive badge or stats. 95 speed and excel, 98 shot 3, 90 driving dunk. Does have quick drops off one as well as front clutches. Some of the best SIGs in the game with Trey size up, Trey escape, and the lid behind the back, as well as the best base in the game. KPJ base, Rudy upper is great as well, on very quick with the Trey fade the best. in my opinion, the best fade in the game. So another exceptional top tier card. Really think he does deserve a lot of credit for how good of a card he is. He's the best 300 point guard in the game. I think he kind of separates himself from all the other 6'6", 6'7", 6'8 PGs because of how elite he is as a 300, in addition to having the KPJ base, which is why, in my opinion, he is the second best point guard in the game. Tim Thomas, backup shooting guard. Tim Thomas at 6'10", counters complements a guy like Luka really, really well at the shooting guard position because of the size he provides, whereas Luka's a little smaller at point guard, but hotspots from everywhere. The 7'2" wingspan, 96 speed and excel, 98 shot 3, 95 standing and driving dunk, still really good defensive stats. But every single key finishing, shooting, and playmaking badge in the game, as well as incredible defensive badges. I mean, he is super duper complete badge-wise, super well balanced. LaMelo base, tray upper, I'm very quick. My favorite version of the LaMelo base because I love the tray upper. In the game, he's got that tray fade as well, which is crazy on a 6'10" player. Francis size of Young Escape might be the best half-court sig set in the game. Tray behind the back isn't great, but you don't really need an elite level behind the back on every single card. Has front clutch dunk animations as well, and the size is just something you can't overlook at 6'10". Tim Thomas, another incredible top-tier card who does deserve a spot on this team again. And again, we provide a lot more size, not a lot more size, but more size off the bench at the shooting guard, small forward position as well. Not like Chet is small, because Chet is still huge at 7'1", but Bol Bol at 7'2" with a 7'7" wingspan is incredibly long and incredibly big with an incredibly glitchy player build. 92 speed and excel, still exceptional defensive stats, 97 shot 3, 95 standing, and 90 driving dunk. Incredible defensively, an amazing playmaker, has very good sigs. I mean, especially for a 7'2" player, Lowry size of Trey escape to live behind the back. That is ridiculous. His one flaw is that his release is not exceptional next level. It's the exact same release as Kristaps Porzingis has. I know it's Kristaps that says KP and Bol Bol says Bol Bol, but they're the same release. Does have quick drops as well, though. Normal leaner. I mean, he is just ridiculously good. Release it's not a bad release by any means. It's just not insane, but he's one of the best cards in the game. He is an amazing, amazing option. Backup power forward, Shaquille O'Neal, in my opinion, is better than Pink Diamond Taco Fall overall because of the speed and the mismatch that he is. Despite being 5 inches shorter than Taco, the 325-pound player build helps him to mash better than nearly anybody, especially at his size, and his stats and badges are insane. The speed is an incredible mismatch, especially with how incredible of a slasher and a defender he is. But the best part about Shaq is the fact that they changed his release. This Montrezl Harrell-based John Wall upper is, in my opinion, the best release Shaq has ever had in 2K, which is a big, big deal, and part of what makes him so good. Quick drops off one as well. Moves very capably, Lillard behind the back in the full court. In my opinion, the second best power forward in the game after Manute Bol, and does deserve a spot on this team over Taco Fall. And then Yao Ming comes in at the center position again. Not a huge surprise. We knew if Rick Spence was starting, Yao was going to come off the bench, and vice versa. It's 7'6", 7'9" wingspan, hot spots from everywhere. 40 hoffs. You got 82 speed and excel, 92 shot 3 on a 7'6" player. That's just ridiculous. Again, the interior stats are insane. The dunking is amazing. The finishing badges are so complete. He's really not missing much. You can add ankle braces, challenger, pick dodger, handles for days, slippery off ball, things like that if you want to add them to him to make him even more complete, but he really doesn't need them. He's one of the best mashers in the game. Even moves semi-decent, has a pretty decent smooth release. Good dunker. Just another incredible card. Not quite as good of a release as Manute or Rick in terms of the big man, the Giants, but he's still incredibly glitchy and incredibly good. And one of the best cards in my team. So another guy who's a pretty obvious shoe-in for a spot on this team. So this is, in my opinion, the best 10-man lineup you can build right now in my team. I'm interested to see how 2K plans on upgrading some of these positions over the next few weeks, because some of these guys look like they might be the best players at their positions damn near till the end of the year. But going to be interesting to see how that changes with content over these next few weeks. I hope y'all did enjoy the video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon, and I appreciate y'all. Peace.